Hello, 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 my lovely little nightmares. Alright, so the polls have been completed and the votes are in. The exact map that you guys have chosen that for the poll that I clearly stated would end on Saturday last week when this is going up, quote unquote, is the globe made by Man Midday or whatever that says. I can't read. Which, honestly, I kind of wish was not the one that was chosen, because it's underground, and it's gonna be so much harder than if it was one of the ones that were above the water instead of under it, or whatever. So we're going to make sure that this is marked so that I know that this is for YouTube. And then I'm going to go ahead and set it to keep inventory, and we'll keep the rest as is. And hope for the best. So I'm going to have to make a thumbnail for this series. It would have been so much easier to draw an island than to draw a giant underwater globe. Well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure something out. I was hoping I would pick the island or the cottage because I've done the cottage before, and the island is the basic default one. But whatever. Thing for us. Okay, well, while we wait for it to load. So, I was gonna have my Minecraft skin be in a swimsuit, but the only one that I have already made had a slight little gap between the top and the shorts. And considering the placement of how my thumbnails tend to be, if I put the skin in the thumbnail, that made me uncomfortable. Because I didn't want to have to, because it's like obviously swim top, and it is near impossible to find any skins that I liked that weren't extremely low cut on the top, and I was like, no, thank you. So maybe I'll go with the swimsuit with the shorts skin that I already have. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. So for now, for this first episode, I'm just gonna use a skin that I already have that is blue in color scheme. You'll see in a second. What's this stupid thing was? Anyways, so the goal here is simple. Complete the book. That's it. I wish I was doing Cave Factory. Not because I'd be any better at it, but just I like Cave Factory because it has Pam's Harvest Craft. And I love Pam's Harvest Craft. I mean, this mod pack isn't a bad one, it's just doesn't have Pam's Harvest Craft. Is the recording? Oh, no. Why is it taking forever to load? Anyways. So, we will be starting off with the basics of trying to complete the thing. The one thing I don't understand is how this one book functions. How does this thing work? The Akashic Tome? Because it can be turned into any of the manual whatever things, but I don't know how to change it back to the tome. So we're just gonna ignore that for now and start working on our stuff. So this is what the dome looks like. I hope y'all are happy with your choices. It's a fine dome, I guess. It's not bad. It's not very big. Oh, I think I'm lagging because my computer is very warm. Let me move the coasters. The coasters got put out of place again. Anyways, so It's not a very big dome. But because of how the world generates, we could probably expand it into this little mountain area here. Not by much. And along with that, I'm pretty sure this mod pack has a scuba diving thing. Yeah, so then that means that if I try and make a hole to go up to the surface, I will suffer the consequences of being so low underwater. And it'll give me slowness, and it will slowly kill me, and then I will die. Like the blobfish. So, yeah, that sucks. So, we're just gonna have to stay down here until we can make a safe way up. So, first things first, let's get some materials. I don't like how not very lit up this area is either. But I gave y'all the choice because of the fact that I wanted to make so my original plan was to make a poll that listed every single option, and then I was like, no wait, what if some of them aren't good? Because the skyblock one was literally just a single dirt block with a tree, and so there'd be no way for me to function with that unless I just swam off and hoped to find an island, which I know that there are floating houses or houseboats, whatever. I could have tried to find one of those and work from there. Which would be difficult with the drowns everywhere. Or then there was the Nether Island, which I think only had one dirt and one singular piece of water. So if I messed up at all, it'd be screwed. Okay, well, no wait, I have one piece of lava. So we have to make a cobblestone gen. So that would be the only way to get cobblestone, and that would have been very, very bad if I messed up with that, so no. And then there was the end one, which had endstone and obsidian everywhere. Once again, no stone. And so I came to the conclusion that that one wasn't a very good idea either. And so instead, I carefully went through each of the options, and I chose the three that I thought would be the easiest to do, because the island's the default, I know how to function with that one. And then the cottage I had for my regular personal one, and then the dome I had once tried last time that I tried this pack, and I didn't get very far into it, but it wasn't too bad. Well, the basic crate is bigger, that's cool. Anyway, so they're each perfectly capable of functioning. It's just that they all have their own unique bread and butter, if you know what I mean. Is that drown just right above? Lovely, okay. We're just gonna ignore him. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out how to expand the dome without suffering the consequences of the water. So that means we're gonna have to move very carefully with this. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. So then, first things first, we need to get the most basic quests completed, which is to get the shift somehow. So first things first, let's open up our quest book and let's get started on the get started page. So basic tools, vanilla, I hardly knew her. So we need to get a tinker station, a meat tinker's tool, a part builder, and some patterns. That's not too bad, that's not too bad. Okay. We're definitely gonna need a crafting table, that's for sure. I hate this so much. I'm lagging so badly right now. Although I could also be lagging because I downloaded Danganronpa like a few days ago. And it takes up quite a bit of space on my computer. I will take any excuse to be able to play Danganronpa. But yeah, so is that. Right, so then we gotta do this once again to get a bit more part builder pieces. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, and then I think what we need for this piece is like that, and then like that. Okay, and then what else do we need to be able to make the tool? The part builder. Make the part builder. Okay, that's not too bad. We're definitely getting more stencils again. Okay, so then a few more stencils. And of course also some planks. Oh. Okay, and then part builder. Okay. And now we have these two. Where do we want to put them? Let's put them somewhere simple. Alright, somewhere simple. Let's put it over here in this corner. Yeah, if we put it over here, it should be fine. So then, let's put it over in this corner. Okay, and then part builder. What do we want? We need a pickaxe, probably, right? Right, to be able to expand, we're going to need a pickaxe. So then, we're not going to be able to make a farm anytime soon due to the fact that we can't actually. So this is one of the annoying things with this type of pack. The tools that you're able to use are only the Tinker's Construct tools, which means letting me be able to start a farm, I have to figure out which one of these tools allows me to make plant here, which I'm not sure if the camera does. I don't think the camera does, so we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to get a pickaxe first and foremost. So then we need the bind and the stick, and we're going to need more planks. And we already have the bind. We need the head, and then we combine all these together over here to get the how badly am I doing here? Okay. Okay, get the pickaxe. It's not the best pickaxe in the world, but certainly something. Okay, and then we get the parts chest. And we put the parts chest right here to link up to all these. Yep, okay, cool. So then, next up, we need to get 8 of each of these blocks. So, the sand and the dirt should be easy enough, along with the cobblestone. To get the rest, we're probably going to need a hammer. So first things first, let's start digging out a bit. Alright, so we just need to get 8 of these. I'm a very smart and capable coconut. Alright, and so then there's sand over here. So if we go over here and have to choose a spot that's not gonna immediately drown us, huh? Okay, let's see. I don't think any of these spots are actually safe for this. Is there any gravel in the wall that we can just immediately grab? I don't think so. No, it doesn't really look like it. Okay, so we're just gonna have to grab sand from our little a little pool over here, I guess. Alright, it's just dirt. Okay, cool. So then there's one piece of sand here. We need just a few more. Let's grab one piece of sand from here. Let's grab a piece of sand from right here, and here, here. I'm gonna have to rectify this area later, but whatever. Okay, let's eat sand. Now we need some dirt. Let's go grab the dirt from over here. I need 8 dirt. 8 dirt. There we go. Okay, and then we're definitely gonna need a hammer for the next steps. So then let's go get the hammer. My crafting table's over here, I'm stupid. Alright, here's a crafting table. So then we're going to need some sticks. Hello. Some sticks. I think the recipe for the hammer is this. Yes, okay. And then we need dust and gravel. I think is all that we need left. So then, to get, I want to make sure I don't mess this up. Alright, yeah, so then, weird, okay. So then, we need to turn our sand into dust. I cannot seem to go a bell higher from here. Okay, whatever. There we go. Wait, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna have to grab one more. I'll be still. Or we can just use the whatever on. Functions kind of like next pickaxe. I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. Right, so then let's just go like this, like that, maybe like this, and then boom. Okay, let's get our rewards. So we get compressed copy and the Ultim Miner, which I don't think we're able to use just yet. Why did we get gravel? Oh, never mind that. Alright, so to be able to continue on, we're going to need to get an auto hammer. It's going to require blocks we do not have, so we're going to have to wait on that. So then next we need string for this part. And we're also going to need to get the Ultra Tripper. So the Ultra Tripper is super simple. So let's just go ahead and make that. And I don't think we're going to have access to anything other than wooden bowls to be able to make any progress. Alright, so how many sticks do we need? That's the wrong button. Boop. Nope, that's not quests, you ninny. Okay, and then the dripper is 4 sticks, 1 slab, 1 button. Understood. Alright, so then slab, button, sticks. So this way or is that the other way? Yeah. Yep, okay. Now we have our dripper. Okay, and then to get the dripper, so the next step is clay and water. Great, okay, so this can be completed with a water bowl. And then to get clay, we can get clay through the dripper, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yes, maybe so. I can't remember. See, we don't have access to, actually. So it doesn't need heat, what needs is water. What can I do with the dripper? Okay. They can be found over. Some odds I will require you to use the dripper instead. Okay? Then in that case, you'll need to drip water onto dirt. Okay. The heck is this? Oh, that's the random block I got. Cool. Okay, moving on. Wait. Yeah. Okay, cool. Moving on. Right, so then let's find a spot to set this dripper. Let's take the dirt and let's just set it right back here. This is totally how this works, right? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Okay, and then we need to put water in it. So the way that you put water in it is that we're going to need a bowl, because we don't have clay that we can safely get to. So instead we will be using this beautiful contraption that is just literally a bowl. Alright, so now let's get some water, put it into here. And then this will eventually turn into clay. Let's just keep putting more water into here. Let's put enough water into here for sure, This will be fine. So while we wait for that to do its magic, we're going to work on the string step. So we need a basic weapon and string. Okay, so some mobs in the spawn. In order to start producing resources at any meaningful scale, you'll first need some space to either create a mob farm and kill some spiders, or to harvest some con or flex plants you have found from clearing out the grass on your island. So we probably will need a farm. Okay, let me think about this. How can we go about this? So if we can get one cotton seed from somewhere, it's a peanut seed, a cotton seed, so we need cotton seed, okay. And then if we choose just the correct spot for this, we should be able to make this function, even if it'll only be for like a literal millisecond. Alright, so let's just choose our way through this part, because we literally just need this to be long enough for us to create a little farm somewhere. Let's find a spot that has water. This corner over here has water. Alright, so then, does that go deep enough? Yes, it does. Alright, so then, there we go. I mean, might need a little bit more light, so let's take this torch, move it a little bit closer. Right there. And then, we're definitely gonna need more torches, that's for sure. Because boy, is this place dark. There's a high risk of just mob spawning if I move the torches anywhere. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait for this to grow. And, ooh, hello. Yay, okay, how much clay did we need for this again? 16. So that's 4, 8, 4 dirt worth. Okay, cool. Alright, well, let's continue collecting seeds for now, I guess. We can think about everything else later, like where exactly we'll build an actual proper farm later. Now, collecting seeds is a good idea, even if it's not much. We can just get some good seeds. No, that's all that matters. I wonder if there's any seeds that we can get that just grow in water. Oh, does this have Farmer's Delight? Yeah, it does. Which I believe Farmer's Delight can grow in... there we go. It can grow in water. Cool. So it's not much, but it's an improvement. We're doing great. We're doing great. That's still dirt. Okay. See, we'd be doing a lot better if we weren't in the dome. But I gave you guys the choice to decide my fate, and y'all decided that I needed to do it the hard way. Which, fair enough, can't argue with that logic. We could have started off with a cottage. Or a place that actually has clay. But I mean, this place is significantly bigger than those two islands, so I guess that is a good thing. Though it's not what I was hoping for, that's for sure. I need to get these to go into somewhere, so I can continue collecting more types of seeds. Wait, the potato carrot need to go in there too. Alright, so we need to focus on getting more dirt. The best way to get more dirt would be to get lava. To get lava, we're going to need a jar. Yep, that's right, we're gonna need to get a jar at some point. But for now, we're focusing on trying to get the ability to get iron and stuff. So this pond is gonna be our lifeline for quite a few things. And also this corner over here, just in general. So we're going to be heavily relying upon the mountainous areas around us. And yeah, we're essentially just going to be focusing on this corner for quite a bit. We should probably get a bone meal farm. That would be great, you know? Bone meal. Is there a way to get shears besides with iron? There is, but we cannot use them. Why is this listed under shear? Huh. Weird. Anyways, we can't get these two because they require a portal. I don't think we can get this one because I don't know what the heck an angel block is nor why it has a picture of a chicken on it. So then our only option is to wait it out. Lovely. Oh well. That's fine. We're just gonna continue collecting seeds in hopes that we can eventually start a good little farm somewhere. Alright, so if I can expand the walls in some sort of direction and light up a little area with water to make a farm, we can focus on trying to get crops. But for now, our best bet is just trying to hope that this thing will grow fast. Which I don't think it will, because we literally just have this one torch to light it up. Unless we can get bone meal. Which I think the only way to get bone meal will probably be a compost, if that's available. So let's just start throwing stuff into here. Look at all these different seeds we've got so far. Alright, let's see if any of these are useful to us right now. Corn, flax, peanut, other type of rice seed, eggplant, tomato, cabbage, across the moon. Across the moon wouldn't be too bad. Just real quickly double check. Okay, growing more potatoes would be a good idea in the future. Anyways. Oh. Flag. Give me blocks. Give me blocks. Okay, how much more do we need? We just literally need one more dirt. Wow, this thing really does do be dripping, huh? It's doing a pretty good job, actually. I wonder what else the dripper can do. Is there anywhere that says what it can do? Okay, here we go. So it can turn compressed stone into iron. It can be used to make cast iron. That's cool. Magma blocks. Dirt. One singular block, which is... Oh, it's a compressed. Right, of course. 3 compressed stone can be turned into diamond. I mean... Okay, so we could possibly get access to iron ore quickly, but there's a 15% chance. Means that there's a chance I'll just do absolutely nothing, I guess. I'm not quite sure on the statistics of that, but whatever. Okay, so then we should probably continue expanding our little area over here. Actually, do we have any cobblestone stuff? We should probably make a furnace so we can get charcoal. So we can get charcoal, then we can light up the area a bit more, and I'll feel a little bit safer. Let's go over here. Let's make a furnace real quickly. Which means I'm going to have to chop down more wood. That is a-okay, because I don't mind that. So we're going to put this over here. There we go. This is our little storage corner for now. And maybe we'll organize things later. But for now, this is our little storage corner. Okay. There's too many mobs that are spawning above us, and it's kind of making the server a little bit laggy. It may be very laggy. I kind of want to get out of here, you know? Alright, there we go. Let's get our reward for this. Random item. A storage upgrade. Which we will have to hold on to until we get further into that. Oh, it's 3 storage upgrades. Ooh. That's actually pretty good. Let's throw it into here for now, though. Alright. Well, I think we've done enough for the first episode. Do y'all regret choosing the dome yet? Alright, bye-bye. Good night.